Waiting for the Mahatma is a novel written by R. K. Narayan and was published in 1955. Waiting for the Mahatma is a novel by R. K. Narayan set in the fictional town of Malgudi in southern India. The story revolves around Sriram, a high school graduate who lives with his grandmother. Sriram becomes attracted to Bharati, a young woman involved in Mahatma Gandhi's Quit India movement, and he joins the movement as well. However, Sriram later becomes involved with anti-British extremists, which causes distress to his grandmother. Sriram's underground activities take him to the countryside, where he faces misunderstandings and humorous situations with the locals. After a stint in jail, Sriram is reunited with Bharati, and the novel ends with their engagement against the backdrop of India's partition in 1947 and Gandhi's assassination in 1948. The novel is characterized by Narayan's gentle, comic style. One notable aspect is the inclusion of Gandhi as a character, whose revolutionary ideas contrast with the traditional views of the town's notables and Sriram's grandmother. This ambivalence towards the freedom movement may reflect Narayan's desire to appeal to his primarily British audience. The political struggle serves as a backdrop to Sriram and Bharati's unconventional romance, which defies their family's expectations. Waiting for the Mahatma is a novel by R. K. Narayan set in the fictional town of Malgudi in southern India. The story revolves around Sriram, a high school graduate who lives with his grandmother. Sriram becomes attracted to Bharati, a young woman involved in Mahatma Gandhi's Quit India movement, and he joins the movement as well. However, Sriram later becomes involved with anti-British extremists, which causes distress to his grandmother. Sriram's underground activities take him to the countryside, where he faces misunderstandings and humorous situations with the locals. After a stint in jail, Sriram is reunited with Bharati, and the novel ends with their engagement against the backdrop of India's partition in 1947 and Gandhi's assassination in 1948. The novel is characterized by Narayan's gentle, comic style. One notable aspect is the inclusion of Gandhi as a character, whose revolutionary ideas contrast with the traditional views of the town's notables and Sriram's grandmother. This ambivalence towards the freedom movement may reflect Narayan's desire to appeal to his primarily British audience. The political struggle serves as a backdrop to Sriram and Bharati's unconventional romance, which defies their family's expectations. R. K. Narayan's relationship with Graham Greene was indeed significant, as Greene helped Narayan find publishers for his first 4 books. This included the semi-autobiographical trilogy of Swami and Friends, The Bachelor of Arts, and The English Teacher. The town of Malgudi, which became synonymous with Narayan's fictional universe, was first introduced in Swami and Friends. Narayan's The Financial Expert was praised as one of the most original works of 1951, and his novel, The Guide, won the Sahitya Akademi Award and was adapted into a film, winning a Filmfare Award for Best Film, as well as for Broadway. Narayan's writing is known for its focus on the social context and everyday life of his characters. He has often been compared to William Faulkner, who also created a fictional town to explore ordinary life with humor and compassion. Narayan's short stories are admired for their narrative compression, drawing comparisons to the works of Guy de Maupassant. Over his 60-year career, Narayan received numerous awards and honors, including the A.C. Benson Medal from the Royal Society of Literature, the Padma Vibhushan, and the Padma Bhushan, which are India's second and third highest civilian awards, respectively. In 1994, he was awarded the Sahitya Akademi Fellowship, the highest honor of India's National Academy of Letters. He was also nominated to the Rajya Sabha, the upper house of the Indian Parliament. Waiting for the Mahatma indeed revolves around Sriram, the protagonist, and his transformation from a directionless youth to a dedicated freedom fighter. The novel explores Sriram's journey, beginning with his orphaned upbringing by his grandmother in Malgudi. As the story progresses, Sriram becomes deeply involved in the freedom movement, influenced by his love for Bharati and his desire to contribute to the cause of Indian independence. The novel provides a nuanced portrayal of Sriram's growth and the impact of the freedom struggle on his life and beliefs. In Waiting for the Mahatma, Sriram's character undergoes a significant transformation from a lazy and complacent youth to a committed follower of Mahatma Gandhi's nonviolent principles. His initial ignorance about the state of the country and the freedom struggle changes when he meets Bharati, a disciple of Gandhi, whom he falls in love with. Through Bharati, Sriram learns about Gandhi's teachings and becomes deeply involved in the freedom movement. His aim shifts from being with Bharati to becoming a devoted follower of Gandhi's nonviolent ideology. This transformation reflects the novel's exploration of personal growth and commitment to a larger cause. Sri Ram's transformation under Gandhi's guidance is a central theme in Waiting for the Mahatma. Gandhi sees through Sri Ram's initial materialistic outlook and advises him to embrace a more spiritual life. Sri Ram, once a pleasure-seeking individual, undergoes a profound change and becomes committed to Gandhi's principles and the freedom movement. As Sri Ram travels to spread Gandhi's message, he stops at a village and encounters a shopkeeper selling English biscuits. Sri Ram questions the shopkeeper's lack of shame in selling English biscuits while advocating for the Quit India movement, highlighting his growing dedication to the cause of Indian independence and his rejection of British influence. Sri Ram's transformation in Waiting for the Mahatma is profound, as he evolves from a wayward, selfish materialist to a dedicated spokesman for traditional Indian values and the cause of Swaraj, self-rule. Initially influenced by Bharati and Gandhi's teachings, Sri Ram's encounter with Jagdish leads him down a path of violence in the name of freedom fighting, following the ideals of Subhash Chandra Bose. However, Sri Ram soon realizes the futility of violence in achieving true freedom for India. He comes to understand the superiority of Gandhi's nonviolent approach and is eventually arrested for his actions under the Defense of India rules. Through this journey, Sri Ram undergoes a spiritual and patriotic transformation, embodying the essence of his namesake, the great hero of the Indian epic, the Ramayana. In Waiting for the Mahatma, Sri Ram's transformation due to his love for Bharati is indeed significant. His journey represents a shift from isolated individualism to a deep involvement with others and larger issues, such as love and nationalism. The novel vividly portrays how personal lives are intertwined with political events, as Sri Ram and Bharati's relationship is affected by the struggle for India's independence. Sri Ram's character development exemplifies progress and growth, as he evolves from a carefree young man to a passionate lover and responsible citizen. His sacrifices and term in jail for the freedom struggle reflect his complete transformation into a patriot, showcasing the impact of love and nationalism on personal development. In Waiting for the Mahatma, R.K. Narayan masterfully intertwines the enchanting setting of Malgudi with the fervent atmosphere of the Indian freedom movement, creating a uniquely captivating narrative. Set in the 1940s, the story follows the life of Sri Ram, a pampered orphan raised by his grandmother, whose existence lacks direction and purpose until he encounters Bharati, a spirited young woman soliciting donations for Gandhi's cause. This chance meeting propels Sri Ram into a transformative journey, as he embraces Gandhian ideals and transcends his self-centered ways. Narayan deftly explores whether youthful enthusiasm alone can sustain the resolve of a freedom fighter, and how personal lives are inevitably altered by the currents of history. As is characteristic of Narayan's storytelling, even the supporting cast in Waiting for the Mahatma shines with unique personalities. From the photographer turned revolutionary to the fellow inmates of Sri Ram's prison cell, each character adds depth to the narrative. Bharati, with her unwavering ideals and determination, emerges as a compelling role model. Central to the story is Gandhi himself, portrayed with compassion, directness, and keen insight. His advocacy for the untouchables, simplicity in living, and adherence to a strict regimen are depicted authentically. The spinning wheel, symbolizing self-reliance, plays a significant role in the unfolding love story. The novel's climax, from which its title derives, navigates the complexities of Bharati and Sri Ram's relationship against the backdrop of the freedom struggle. It prompts readers to view Gandhi not just as a historic figure but as a human being, grappling with personal and political challenges. Waiting for the Mahatma stands as a testament to Narayan's narrative prowess, blending the charm of Malgudi with the historical significance of India's fight for independence in a truly compelling manner. Waiting for the Mahatma, written by R.K. Narayan in 1955, delves into the life of Sri Ram, a 20-year-old high school graduate, against the backdrop of pre-independence India and the freedom struggle of the 1900s. Living a comfortable life with inherited wealth and no real responsibilities, Sri Ram's world is transformed when he encounters Bharati, a local girl, and later meets Mahatma Gandhi. Set primarily in Malgudi, Narayan's fictional village, the novel also unfolds in locations like Birla House and Central Jail, offering a glimpse into Sri Ram's journey towards India independence and his experiences in prison. Along the way, Sri Ram interacts with various individuals, including social workers like Jagdish and Gaurpad, each shaping his perspective. The influence of Mahatma Gandhi on Sriram's life is a central theme, showcasing the principles, behavior, and tolerance embodied by the Mahatma. The narrative culminates with India's independence and Gandhi's death. What stands out in the story is the clear portrayal of Sriram's emotions and his transformation, Gandhi's principles and impact, the dynamics of jail life, and the depiction of India's freedom struggle and movements. The abrupt yet poignant ending, marked by Gandhi's foresight and its impact on Sriram and Bharati's future, adds to the narrative's beauty and leaves a lasting impression. While the story is rich in its portrayal of characters and historical events, there are some aspects that could have been further developed. For instance, Bharati's imprisonment and Jagadish's efforts post-Sriram's imprisonment could have been explored in more depth. Additionally, clarity on certain characters' nationalities and further discussion on India's partition and the rule of independent India could have enhanced the narrative. Despite these minor drawbacks, Waiting for the Mahatma remains a compelling read, offering insights into personal transformation, historical events, and the ethos of the Indian freedom movement. In R.K. Narayan's novel, Waiting for the Mahatma, Sriram's journey into adulthood is marked by significant events, including receiving access to his savings and encountering an enchanting and unpredictable girl who introduces him to Mahatma Gandhi's circle. This novel is considered one of Narayan's finest achievements, known for its warmth, humor, lack of sentimentality, and portrayal of absolute truth. Sriram's growth is a complex and bewildering process, especially as he falls under the spell of Bharati, a captivating and witty young woman who, despite her affection for Sriram, remains devoted to Gandhi. Gandhi is depicted as a saint with disconcerting common sense, overshadowing his followers with his greatness. The novel explores how individuals like Sriram can be inspired by Gandhi but also easily influenced by more glamorous, albeit misguided, patriots like Jagadish, a terrorist. Waiting for the Mahatma offers remarkable insight into the rise of Indian nationalism, viewed through the experiences of Sriram and Bharati. Narayan's narrative is imbued with his signature genius and compassion, painting a vivid picture of the era and its characters. R.K. Narayan, an Indo-English author and realist fiction writer, is known for capturing the essence of India and its people in his works set in the fictional village of Malgudi. Waiting for the Mahatma, one of Narayan's novels, explores the concept of fundamental nationalism and portrays the challenges of identity and India's struggle for independence during colonial rule. While Narayan and some critics argue that his novels avoid political and social commentary, Waiting for the Mahatma provides insight into the social and historical context of British colonialism and Indian independence. The novel reflects Gandhian thought, particularly through the characters of Sriram and Bharati. Sriram, an orphan raised by his grandmother, undergoes a transformation after meeting Bharati and becoming involved in Gandhi's movement. The story explores their personal growth, the influence of Gandhi's ideas, and their experiences within the broader historical context of India's struggle for independence. Here are some of the key themes in R.K. Narayan novel, Waiting for the Mahatma. Nationalism and independence. The novel explores the theme of Indian nationalism and the country's struggle for independence from British colonial rule. Through the character of Sriram, Narayan depicts the evolution of an individual's sense of national identity and his involvement in the freedom movement. Gandhian philosophy. Central to the novel is the influence of Mahatma Gandhi's principles on the characters, particularly Sriram. The novel delves into Gandhian ideals such as non-violence, ahimsa, truth, satyagraha, and self-reliance, showcasing their impact on individuals and society. Personal transformation. Waiting for the Mahatma is also a story of personal transformation. Sriram, initially portrayed as a carefree and aimless youth, undergoes a profound change in his outlook and priorities as he becomes involved in the freedom movement. Love and sacrifice. The novel explores the theme of love and sacrifice, particularly in Sriram and Bharati's relationship. Their love is intertwined with their commitment to the larger cause of independence, leading to sacrifices and challenges along the way. Social change. Narayan portrays the social changes taking place in India during the independence movement. The novel reflects on the impact of political events on the lives of ordinary people and the shifting societal norms of the time. Conflict of generations. Through characters like Sriram and his grandmother, the novel also explores the generational differences in attitudes towards tradition, modernity, and the freedom struggle. These themes collectively contribute to the rich tapestry of Waiting for the Mahatma, making it not just a historical narrative but also a reflection on human values, societal change, and the complexities of personal and national identity. Waiting for the Mahatma, by R. K. Narayan holds significant relevance and has left a lasting legacy due to its contribution and impact on Indian literature and society. Here are some key points highlighting its significance. Representation of Gandhian philosophy. The novel effectively captures the essence of Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy and his impact on the Indian independence movement. It portrays Gandhi not just as a historical figure but as a symbol of moral and ethical values, influencing characters like Sriram in their personal growth and social conscience. Exploration of Indian identity. Through the characters of Sriram and Bharati, the novel explores the complexities of Indian identity during the colonial era. It delves into the struggle of individuals to reconcile traditional values with the demands of modernity and the nationalist movement. Impact on Indian literature. Waiting for the Mahatma is considered a classic in Indian literature, showcasing Narayan's mastery in storytelling and character development. It has inspired generations of readers and writers, influencing the portrayal of Indian society and history in literature. Reflection of social change. The novel reflects the social and political changes in India during the 1940s, providing insights into the lives of ordinary people caught up in the turmoil of the independence movement. It highlights the role of individuals in shaping history and the impact of larger political events on personal lives. Legacy of humanism and nonviolence. The novel's legacy lies in its advocacy of humanism, nonviolence, and ethical living, values that are still relevant in contemporary society. It continues to inspire readers to reflect on their own values and actions in the pursuit of just society. Overall, Waiting for the Mahatma remains a significant work in Indian literature, known for its timeless themes, compelling characters, and profound insights into the human condition and the quest for freedom and identity. The narrative technique, plot style, genre, setting, dialogue, and structure of R. K. Narayan's novel, Waiting for the Mahatma, contribute to its unique storytelling and literary significance. Narrative technique. Narayan employs a third-person omniscient narrative technique, allowing readers access to the thoughts and feelings of multiple characters. This technique helps in developing complex characters and exploring different perspectives. Plot style. The plot of Waiting for the Mahatma is character-driven, focusing on the personal growth and transformation of the protagonist, Sriram, against the backdrop of India's independence movement. The plot unfolds gradually, revealing the interplay of personal and political events. Genre. The novel falls under the genre of literary fiction, combining elements of realism, satire, and social commentary. Narayan's depiction of everyday life in Malgudi and his exploration of larger social and political themes make it a work of enduring literary merit. Setting. The novel is set in the fictional town of Malgudi, a recurring setting in Narayan's works. Malgudi serves as a microcosm of Indian society, allowing Narayan to explore universal themes through the lens of a small, fictional town. Dialogue. Narayan's dialogue is characterized by its simplicity and authenticity, reflecting the speech patterns and cultural nuances of the characters. The dialogue serves to develop character relationships and advance the plot in a naturalistic manner. Structure. The novel is divided into chapters, each focusing on key events in Sriram's life and his evolving relationship with Bharati and Gandhi's ideology. The structure allows for a gradual build-up of tension and suspense, leading to a climactic resolution. Overall, Narayan's narrative technique, plot style, genre choice, setting, dialogue, and structure work together to create a rich and immersive reading experience, making Waiting for the Mahatma a timeless classic in Indian literature.